And hello, everybody. Happy Halloween. It is our favorite time of the year, isn't it? We are getting ready for October 1st, and you know what that means? It means 31 Days of Monsters begins. This is the 5th year that I've been doing this on YouTube, on a YouTube show. It originally started on Facebook, and I would post an image and do a little write-up about the movie every day for 31 days. But then once I started self-publishing and I needed to get a presence on YouTube, I decided that the first thing I would do would be this 31 Days of Monsters. And we've been at it now for 5 years. So if you've been along for that ride, well, that's fantastic. And it's great to see you again. If you're new to it, sit back and enjoy the ride because this is always a lot of fun. We'll do this every day from the 1st of October to the end of October, and we'll do it at 12 noon every day during the weekdays. The weekends are a little bit more free-flowing. Depends on what time I get up, if I've had my coffee, that type of thing. Usually it'll be in the morning on the weekends. So how's everybody else doing? Let me just see who's in the chat here before we get started with our list. Marcus Calgrew is here. Hyper Kaiju, Rick 1662, Anthony Mark, Passmaster Dan. I see a lot of familiar faces from the show. Bullet, Michelle Bowers. Hello, Michelle. Jake Blues. Okay, yeah, we got a good crew here right now. As soon as once the list is as we go over the list, it will. I will pin it to my X page, so you'll have it. You can print it off from there. I'll have it up on the screen too, so you could screen capture it if you wanted to. But if you didn't, you can get it on my X page. Oh, JP Roca just popped in. Hello, hello. All right, let us share the list, shall we? Oh, before I do this, I just want to say, I've been working on, I typically work on this list for about a year. Once Halloween is over and once the holidays are really over, around January, I start looking, and if I come across stuff, I have a list that I make on my in my notes on my phone. And a lot of people send me suggestions, and a lot of suggestions have made it into the list this year, which is pretty cool. We have quite a variety. I try to I've gone through a lot of the classic stuff, the old stuff earlier on. I mean, as I said, we've been doing this 5 years, but there's still stuff out there. So we have stuff that goes from 1931 all the way up to 2025 and everything in between. So it should be fun. There's also stuff that I have not seen. I like to find stuff that I haven't seen yet. So I'll be watching it for the first time, the same time you guys are watching it for the first time. So there you go. All right. So here is, hey, why didn't that share? Try that again. Share screen. There we go. Okay. That's as big as I can make it too. Let me see if I can make it a little bit bigger for you. Oh, there we go. Okay. So first on the list, we have Event Horizon, which is a very, very creepy sci-fi horror film. If you haven't seen it, not sure where that can be watched. I own it, so that's why it's on the list. Here's one that I have not seen yet, but it sounded really interesting. Innocent Blood from 1992. The read on that is Maria's a vampire with a thirst for bad guys. When she fails to properly dispose of one of her victims, a violent mob boss, she bites off more than she can chew and faces a new immortal danger. This is a John Landis film. And it's got Robert Loggia in it, David Proval, Chaz Palminteri, Anthony LaPaglia, Tony Sirico. It's a kind of a who's who of Luis Guzman, Don Rickles, Tom Savini, Christopher Lee. Oh, wait, no, that's archive footage for Christopher Lee. But so it had a really great cast. It's a John Landis film. I'd never seen it before. So I thought that one might be fun to check out. So, and then next up is, let's see, Without Warning from, this is 1980. And the read on this is another one I have not seen. It's an alien invasion movie. It looks like it's going to be kind of campy. Sandy and Greg are teenagers who go camping despite warnings not to with their friends. They soon encounter aliens who are using the area as a hunting ground. It's got Jack Palance and Martin Landau in it. So I'm like, okay, why not? It could be fun. It could be goofy. You know, it's 1980, so it probably has a lot of 70s sensibilities to it. So that one should be fun. Next up, we have The Cyclops, a 50s, I guess, B monster movie. It's got James Craig in it, Lon Chaney Jr. This is a Burt I. Gordon film. He's the guy who did The Amazing Colossal Man and War of the Colossal Beast. Gloria Talbot, another 50s stalwart for sci-fi films. Did I mention Lon Chaney Jr.? He's in it too. So that'll be fun. This will please a lot of people. And I thought I had done this film, but I did a search on my YouTube page and it's not showing up. So the 1982 Thing, The Thing by John Carpenter. This is the remake of my all-time favorite monster movie, The Thing from Another World. So I'm looking forward to going over that one with you guys. Next up, we have The Brood. Another one I have not seen, but have heard about for a long time. It's got Oliver Reed, Samantha Eggar, and this is a David Cronenberg film. So I was thinking of putting Scanners in this year. And I started to watch it and I realized this movie sucks. The best part's when the guy's head blows up. So I decided not to. But Cronenberg is represented, so he's in The Brood. Okay, so next up we got Devil Doll. Okay, this one's going to be fun. This is 1936 classic. I'm not sure who did this one. Let's see, Devil Doll. They did a remake in 1964, I guess. So this one's got the beautiful Maureen O'Sullivan in it. Lionel Barrymore. This is one of those creepy, weird 30s pre-code films. It's directed by Todd Browning, the guy who did Dracula. So I think you guys will have fun with this. Oh, one of the writers is Eric von Stroheim. That's crazy. That's weird. Okay. Next, we have a Return of the Vampire. That's a Bela Lugosi film where he doesn't play Dracula, but he does play a vampire. And this one's a lot of fun. It's sort of a B. Who did this? This is a Columbia Pictures film, so it's a low end on the horror scale. But it's actually pretty good. The makeup is really good. We have Lugosi as a vampire, and we have a werewolf in it. That's not the Wolfman. So that's kind of cool. And actually, the werewolf looks kind of neat. Let me see if I can share this image for you. Here we go. There he goes. Isn't that neat? That's pretty cool makeup. JP Roger, yes, Devil Doll, same director as Freaks and Dracula. So, all right, let's get you back to the list here. Mysterious Island. So we got a Ray Harryhausen film in here. This one is sort of a not as well known Harryhausen film. I don't know why it never got a lot of play when I was a kid. But it's really cool because it involves Captain Nemo on this island, and it's based on Jules Verne's. I think Jules Verne wrote it, and it was like a sequel to 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. But it's got some really cool effects in it. There's a sequence where this guy and this girl get sealed up in a honeycomb by this giant bee. There's a fight with a giant crab, which is really cool looking. Nobody real famous in it. Oh, Herbert Lom is in it. Michael Craig and Gary Merrill is also in it. Betty Davis's ex-husband. So how about that? Okay, so so then we also have The Last Voyage of the Demeter, which is that one chapter in Dracula where the Demeter leaves England to come, or leaves, I guess, Transylvania, and washes up in England and brings Dracula with him. And this is the story of that sea cruise. I've heard mixed things on this, but I haven't seen it yet, so I'm interested in checking it out. So we will do that together as well. Then we have The First Men in the Moon, another Ray Harryhausen film that didn't get a lot of play or a lot of accolades like some of his others, but this one's kind of cool too. There's these really neat looking moon men that are all animated by Harryhausen, and they're really creepy looking. So this one's a fun one. Then we also have 2024's Nosferatu. I have seen that, and that is a creep fest. So it's it's not the 1922 version. This is a very modern version. It's filled with dread and creepiness. So I think you'll like that one if you haven't seen it yet. Okay, next up is another one I have not seen. It's called Southbound. And this is a collection of 5 interlocking tales of terror. Follow the fates of a group of weary travelers who confront their worst nightmares and darkest secrets over one long night on a desolate stretch of desert highway. That sounded really cool to me. We shall see if it holds up. But it's like I guess it's interlocking tales, so it's not. I guess it could be an anthology still, and that's from 2015. So again, modern film. Then we have Crawl from 2019. And let's see. Oh, yeah. I remember this one now. I think I've seen this. I'm not positive. Giant alligators swarm around a young woman and her father as floodwaters engulf their homes. I think I've seen this one. There's like a hurricane and, in Florida, and then the alligators, come in with the waves and stuff, and they're in this home. So I love stuff like that. That's a cool creature feature. So I am not on the StreamYard page. I am off of it because I'm looking at IMDb so I can read this stuff. So let me just pop over back to the StreamYard page, see what everybody is saying. And if there's any questions I need to answer at this point. Hey, Tucci's here. Hey, Billy. How do you like the list so far? Would Jaws be a monster? Yes, we did Jaws. Shadowhawk says he hasn't seen Demeter, and he's heard mixed reviews too. JP Roca really liked Freaks. I think we did Freaks. Shadowhawk Talks is excited for The Thing and The Brood. That's cool. Oh, you're in the Said Fest. Thank you for that $2 Canadian super chat. Hail Graham, coming up to my favorite time of year. Yeah, it's all of our favorite time of year. If you're here watching this show, that's for sure. Shadowhawk says the best 31 days on the internet. Amen, bro. Okay, excellent. Have I done Pandorum? Nope, never heard of it. My guy McGee says he's only seen The Thing once. I really need to watch it again. But have you seen The Thing from Another World, the original? Love that movie. Okay. Girl. Okay, so next up is Vampire Circus, 1972. I'm not sure if this is Amicus. Let's see. Vampire. Come on. Vampire Circus. All right, yeah. So this is, let's see if this is, this is MGM. No, it's a Hammer production. Okay. I wasn't sure. I couldn't tell if this was a Hammer production or if it was an Amicus production, which is sort of like a Hammer knockoff. But I've never seen this one either. But I like these 70s vampire movies. There was a big spate of them in the early 70s of vampire and horror films. And we got a couple in our list this year. Because that was a really great time. In 1972, I was 10 years old, and I loved monsters. And all this stuff was coming out. The Night Stalker, these type of films. Dan Curtis and his movies, which we have one in here. We have 1974's Dracula. So that was a fun time to be a monster kid. I'll tell you that. Nobody in this that I recognize. As the plague sweeps the countryside, a quarantine village is visited by a mysterious traveling circus. Soon, young children begin to disappear, and the locals suspect the circus troupe might be hiding a horrifying secret. Ooh, that sounds good. It's all about execution, folks. So let's see how it ends up holding up, right? Okay, then we have The Ring, another one I have never seen. Starring Naomi Watts. I believe this is based on a Japanese film. Oh, directed by Gore Verbinski. A journalist must investigate a mysterious videotape which seems to cause the death of anyone 1 week to the day after they view it. Okay. Yeah, this is based on a Japanese film. So this is going to be a fun one. I've heard of, Brian Cox is in it too. That's cool. All right. Excellent. It's going to be some fun stuff to watch, guys. This one was on my list last year. And I had to take it off the list because it didn't seem like it was available to stream anywhere. So nobody could watch it. I didn't own it. And so I couldn't finish. I started watching it when it was streaming on something. And then they took it and I hadn't finished it. So I had to take it off the list. But this was a recommendation by someone this year. And I told him that story. And he said it's available on YouTube. The full movie is available to stream on YouTube. So it's back on the list. I've been wanting to finish seeing this. This is a Catherine Bigelow film. She was involved with Aliens as one of the producers, and you'll see a lot of the cast from Aliens in here. Lance Henriksen, Bill Paxton, Janine, what's her name? Janine Goldman, I think. Jeanette Goldstein. So she's in it too. Let's see if there's anybody else from. I don't see anybody else from Aliens in there, but that's you got 3 of them right there. So I'm anxious to see that one too. Now we have some fun cheese. We got Kingdom of the Spiders, starring William Shatner. This one is a fun 70s eco-terror film. They did a lot of them, Food of the Gods and the likes. And this is one of them, about these like tarantulas that start running around and overtaking a town. And Shatner's excellent in it. It's a lot of fun. Little cheese, but it's fun. Then the 19th one is Signs, starring Mel Gibson. This is a M. Night Shyamalan film. I like this one. Some of his films, have great premises, and they end up, falling apart for me. But I really enjoyed this one. And I love Mel Gibson, so I'll watch anything with Mel in it. Then we have Dracula from 1974. This is one of those Dan Curtis films I mentioned earlier. This may have been the first Dracula I ever saw. It certainly was the first Dracula if I had seen the Bela Lugosi one, I know what I had seen pictures of it. If I hadn't watched the actual film at this point in 1974, this one really got to me because I'd never seen Dracula like as this feral animal. Like he was picking guys up over his head and throwing them and tossing them off balconies, 5 or 6 guys coming to get him. And he was super creepy. And Gene Colan based, Tomb of Dracula's Dracula on Jack Palance from this movie. So here, next one up is Sinners. This one just came out this year. This was a different take on vampires. Very, very cool. I thought it was really neat. Another modern one, Us, by Jordan Peele. Another one I have not seen, but I've wanted to see it, so I thought I'd put it on the list here. I like his movies. 28 Days Later from 2002 with Cillian Murphy. I have seen this one, but it's been a long time. I don't know if I ever saw the sequel. It's been over. I saw it once in 2002, so I don't have much memory of it. It was a zombie film, so that'll be interesting to check out again, see what I think of it. Here's one I haven't seen, Under the Skin. This one's got Scarlett Johansson in it from 2013, about 12 years old. A mysterious young woman seduces lonely men in the evening hours in Scotland. However, events lead her to begin a process of self-discovery. Directed by Jonathan Glazer. Okay, then. Not sure if that one I discovered or if it was a recommend. Here's one I saw back in the day. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. One of the most influential films of the 70s as far as like slasher films, horror films, based on a true story, so-called. Like a lot of them, they based it on Ed Gein. And this is no different. I have not seen this movie since 1974. It freaked me out when I saw it. I didn't know. No, I take that back. I didn't see it in 74. I probably saw it as a re-release like in 79. I would have been too young. My mom would not have let me see this at 12 years old. So I think I saw it maybe in 79. So I'm looking forward to rewatching this and seeing how it holds up. So then we've got a 50s classic, War of the Worlds, with Gene Barry. This is based on H.G. Wells' book and directed by George Pal. This is a good one. This is one of those, top 50s sci-fi films. Next, we have Devil's Reign, another Shatner. This one's not quite as fun as Kingdom of the Spiders, but it's worth a watch. It's got a great cast, and it's got Eddie Albert in it, William Shatner, Ernest Borgnine, what's her name? Became a director too. I can't remember her name now. But it's a good cast. It'll be fun to talk about this one. Then we have a guilty pleasure here. My favorite Godzilla, not my favorite Godzilla movie, but my favorite looking Godzilla. We have King Kong vs. Godzilla from 1962. This is the third Godzilla movie, first one in color, and from my mind, the best Godzilla suit of them all. He looks like a dinosaur, alligator type dude, big hands, longer snout. As we went on, Godzilla's snout got smaller and his eyes got bigger and he got more childlike looking, and a little goofy. But this one's my favorite. Then we have Rodan. If you ever watch Rodan in any of the other movies, like Monster Zero or Ghidorah, the three-headed monster, he was never as good as he was in this introduction movie, Rodan. There's actually two Rodans, but I won't spoil that for you. So this is a very good kaiju movie. And then if you want to talk about cheese, this is one of the kings of them, The Giant Claw from 1957. If you haven't seen it, you have to watch it. One of the worst movies made, and it's because of the giant claw itself, the monster. The actors act their asses off. Mara Corday and I forget the guy's name. He was in This Island Earth. Shit, I gotta look it up because I can't go without it. Giant Claw. Oh yeah, this is great. Jeff Morrow. Thank you. I completely forgot. Jeff Morrow, and it's got Morris Ankrum in it, perennial general in every 50s film. But when you see the monster, you'll laugh your ass off, particularly because the actors did not know what the monster looked like when they were making the movie, and they had to react to nothing. And then when they saw it, they're like, "Oh my God." And then we're going to end with since last year or 2 years ago, I think I said we're going to end on Halloween with a classic, one of my favorites. It's got to be a good one. We did The Thing from Another World last year, and this year we'll do 1931's Frankenstein, the granddaddy of them all. So there we go, my friends. There's our list. What do you guys think about that? Let me get back into the chat here and see what folks have been saying while I was over on the IMDb site. Okay. Billy says he's looking forward to my review of Mysterious Island. Thank you, Dr. Mask. He reminds everybody to check out Escape from Monster Island if you like Mysterious Island. I was going to announce that here on the show that the Escape from Monster Island campaign has been reactivated because the files are at the printer. So everything is, those files are being processed right now, and they'll be printed, and then the books will ship. In which case, I'll take it down again. So basically, it's a last chance to get the Escape from Monster Island book, or if you need the other two, to get those as well. because as soon as they ship, then that's it. Will be fulfilling. So if you're one of those last minute people that don't like to wait when you crowdfund, well, this is the time for you. You don't have to wait. You order it, and within a few weeks, it'll be there. We're just waiting on the printing. So go check that out. The link is in the chat here. It's also pinned to the chat. And if you notice up here, we have a QR code. This is a new thing on StreamYard. So just point your phone at the QR code and it'll take you to the Escape from Monster Island campaign. I think that's a cool addition. Flatey1 says he liked Night of the Grizzly as a kid. I like the Neil Adams poster for that. White Guy McGee says he's only seen The Thing once. He really needs to check it out again. Jake Blue says he's seen Crawl and would like to check it out again. Okay, cool. Shadowhawk Talks. Graham, I'm really jonesing for another Shanu. Any updates? Before I came on live here, I was working on the script. I'm finishing up the last few pages of it. It should be done today. And then I'm going to start laying out covers, getting cover ideas together. My goal is to get the campaign up this month. The Indiegogo has made some changes, and one of the to their platform. They've merged with another platform, and so there's some changes coming. And before that merger, there's I think a week period where you can't launch any new campaigns. I think it's between the 7th and the 15th. So likely the Shanu will launch sometime after the 15th. So I'm glad you are excited about it. I am too. I've got some. It's going to be even badder, more badass than the original Shanu. There's lots of killing, lots of blood, and there's a lot at stake in this. And there's a cool surprise ending too. So I can't wait for you guys to see this campaign. Did I make this list? Are these the movies you're going to watch? Yes. What do you think we've been talking about, son? Yeah. We release the list every year, a couple days before October 1st. And this way you guys can get a chance to figure out where you're going to stream them or watch them or buy them or rent them. So you can do your homework. I got to do my homework too. So you do too. Dr. Mass suggests that a lot of older movies you may be able to find here at archive.org. Yeah, there's some great stuff on that archive.org. Nicholas Gear is here. He says, howdy, folks. Hello, Nicholas. Tucci says he's got to go. He's got to pull out all the fall decorations. Happy Halloween. I'll be there for the 31 Days of Monsters 2025 for sure. All right, buddy. Glad to have you. When are we watching Monster Squad? LOL, my favorite movie as a kid. We've done Monster Squad. You'll have to search it on my YouTube page if you want to see that one. Any watch parties this year? Yeah, I don't know when, but I love to do those watch parties. They're fun. So we'll do something. JP Roca, I have never seen Signs, but yes, Mel Gibson is the man. Oh, he's great in everything. Love that guy. There's an echo in here. Yes, that's right. JP Roca says 28 years later was really good. Okay. Well, if we like 28 days later, maybe next year we'll put 28 years later on. Dr. Mass says, any thoughts on Food of the Gods, 1976 H.G. Wells adaptation? I haven't seen it since I was a kid. Yeah, I saw that at the theater. Marjo Gortner. I saw it again recently, within the last year or so. Again, it falls into that 70s eco monster thing, where the environment is fighting back, things like this, and frogs, and Night of the Lepus, and just a lot of ridiculous stuff from the 70s. But that stuff is fun. It's those things are fun to watch. So, I mean, no, it's not a great movie, but again, it's fun. Trip C says Under the Skin is wild. The Frank Langella Dracula was a pretty good from what I remember. I think I was 11 or so. No, it wasn't a TV movie. That was a theatrical film. We've done that one here as well. Dr. Mask has seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the drive-in. I hope you're with a girl. Dancing Godzilla says, did someone say Godzilla? I did. The gore is all in your head. Such amazing director, Toby Cooper. I suspect that's true. I don't really remember a ton of gore. I remember a creepiness about it, because of that family and the old man sucking the finger, and yeah. Okay. Marcus was wondering which one would be on his birthday, and it's Rodan. All right, that's a good one. That's a good one to have on the birthday. Another echo. It's called Rodan, but there are two of them. Yes, indeed. Shadowhawk says, sounds like it's going to be a great month. I think so. Spaceman just checked in. He says, "Hail, Graham. Hello." Hail all gotta get ready for the high noon stream. Thanks for the update, Graham. Shanu rules. Okay, thank you. We got a super chat from Dr. Mask's Retro Elixir for $9.99. That's a pretty good cigar. Hell, Graham, I know I have been MIA from a lot of streams. I have been very busy with family stuff and also working on my own project. Ooh, that's good to know. Love 31 Days of Monsters, so I will make time for it. All right. Thanks, buddy. Really appreciate it, and always appreciate you being here. You don't have to make excuses for doing family time. That's where it's all at. Or Bassmaster Dan says Marjo Gortner's where they went wrong. What was the one with Joan Collins? That was another H.G. Wells thing. That wasn't Food of the Gods, right? No, I don't think it was. She was in something with there was ants, right? It was like these giant. What the hell was that? Anybody remember that one with Joan Collins? Was it Food of the Gods, or was there another one that I'm thinking of? Well, Spaceman, it's on the list. We're going to be seeing it this year. Oh my God, Dr. Mask saw Texas Chainsaw when he was 8. Holy shit. Well, that explains a lot, sir. Empire of the Ants. Thank you. I knew it had something to do with ants. That's another one. That's another one of those eco monster films from the 70s. Not great. It ain't them. I can tell you that much. Okay. All right, guys. That's our list for today, for this year, for 2025. I hope you like it. I think there's some great stuff on there. There'll be some stuff we'll all discover together, and that'll be fun too. The shows, as I said, Monday through Friday are 12 noon, so it'll be lunchtime with me and the monsters. I think we'll have some friends pop in and during some of these films to talk with me. I know that fellow monster kid Sean Thangetti will wants to come in on a couple of them, so he's more than welcome. Maybe we'll get Tooch in on Mysterious Island too, since he likes that one. So it's going to be a fun month, guys. I hope you'll all tune in. And if you don't have the list in front of you or you didn't screen capture, that's okay. Just go over to my X page and I'll have that pinned up there shortly. So we will be starting, let's see, October 1st is what, Wednesday? Let me see. Yes, Wednesday. So this Wednesday at 12 noon, be there or be square, my friends. And remember, every day is Halloween around here. So we'll see you again. We'll see you soon. And don't forget, Escape from Monster Island is live. If you haven't backed it yet, get over there and back those books, because it's just a short period before the books ship to me. So that's it for today, guys. Have a great one, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.